So there we go. Nice looking beer. I've just poured off a little bit into here, just so it warms up better and I can get a real good shot at the aroma. Well, we can start by looking at the colour. American Stouts are supposed to be very dark. That's dark in my books. Okay, first I get big coffee. There's no coffee in it, of course. The only real roasted malts is the 300 grams of chocolate malt. And the more it warms and the more you swirl it around, get the aromas happening, you start getting that chocolate aroma. The slight like roasted burnt and that chocolate. Now before we go any further, I was going to on brew day, I sort of started to panic about the 300 grams of chocolate malt. To me, it can be a lot in a beer. This isn't a huge beer, it's about 6%. I just find chocolate malt can get a bit much sometimes, but I'm glad I never went any lower. I was going to swap out some with some dehusked Carafa or something, so the colour was still there, but not as much roastiness. But in the end, I'm glad I didn't. So it is, yeah, it's just big roasty. Coffee, chocolate. Nice bitterness, nice firm bitterness. The hops are there. I think if I hadn't have node chilled this, the hops would have been much more up front, but because I node chilled it, the hops are a little bit subdued, which is totally, expected. The node chill would have subdued them a little bit. If I hadn't have node chilled and chilled the batch like that was originally planned, the hops would be a lot more there. I could have overcome that with a little bit of a dry hop. I mean, a dry hop's different, but it just would have added that little bit more there. It's very nice. Using a big glass like this and just a little bit of beer, it's just a really good way to warm things up quickly. Otherwise, you've seen me in other reviews trying to cuddle a big glass and I end up standing out here for 20 minutes trying to wait for it to warm up. The flavour's really nice once it warms. We'll move on to the other glass and we'll take a big mouthful. This is the bit that I like. Cheers. When you take that big mouthful, you can really tell that the oats are in there. There's a nice silky smoothness to it. That's really nice. See if I can focus on that. Getting a bit of caramel. But it's mainly that chocolate and that really firm bitterness. And that's that hops. Again, because they were flower hops, it's a little bit subdued, but the flavour's still there. It's just a different sort of flavour to you get from pellets, I reckon. No, that's really nice. You might be looking at me going, he's shaved funny. I went to have a quick shave before I came out just to clean up a little bit and I went, oops. And there was no going back, had to shave it off. I didn't have time to do the rest. It was just, all right, just get ready and do the video. I've got some good things coming up. I have the Bridge Road beer, which I've probably been talking about for over 12 months. I'll be doing the brewing video for that. I've got the Hop Stomper beer, which will be coming either just before it or just after that. That's in the kegerator right now. Not the kegerator, the ferment fridge right now, right there. It's been in for about 3 or 4 days now. 2 packs of noddy in there. That'll be finished by this time next Friday, I think. I've got to keg a house ale. That'll be another video I'll do. I brewed a house ale. The video was on Patreon, but it was just a pretty average beer. It was just for the wife and visitors. But we're not allowed to have visitors anymore because we're in lockdown again and the wife's gone on a diet. So I fermented 1 keg of it, like it was a double batch. I fermented 1 cube of it, and you know, it's exactly what I expected. It's very plain. So the second batch I threw in right on top of the old yeast cake of the other one. But I thought, what am I going to do? And I had a 100-gram packet of Falconer's Flight. So that went in as a dry hop, or half and half. Half on like 24 hours in, half at about 5 or 6 days in. And that's about to be kegged. Haven't tasted it yet. So it'll be interesting to see a double batch from a house ale and one with a huge hop bill and one without any dry hop at all. So it'll be interesting to see the difference of those. Anyway, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the videos. Thanks to the patrons, viewers, anyone that's watching. Cheers. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. There'll be a link for the American Stout video down below if you haven't seen it, and the recipe. Cheers.